Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 Atlanta Braves baseball. We got the second game of a three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and Atlanta Braves. And leading off for the Reds, playing third base is Rose, batting second, playing right field is Griffey, batting third, playing shortstop is Concepcion, batting fourth, playing left field is Foster, batting fifth, playing center field is Geronimo. Batting sixth, playing first base is Lum. Batting seventh and playing second base is Kennedy. Batting eighth and doing the catcher is Warner. Batting ninth and on the mound doing the pitching is Tom Hume. And for the hometown Atlanta Braves, leading off playing second base, Jerry Royster. Batting second and playing center field, Brian Asselton. Batting third, playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burris. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Pocarola. Batting sixth, playing first base is Murphy. Batting seventh, playing third base is Bunnell. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Cheney. And batting ninth, old Nuxie himself doing the pitching, Phil NIEKRO. Get down here to Atlanta and get this game started. And you can see the Braves' upcoming schedule. They got one more game here in Atlanta against the Reds, and then they travel and go up to Chicago for a three-game series. And after that, they're on the road again to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to take on the Pirates. We got Rose leading off, batting .328. He's got 2 homers and 21 RBIs going up against Phil NIEKRO, making his 13th start of the year. Nuxie is 7-3 with a 3.03 ERA. Here's the pitch to Rose, and that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Rose has got a base hit. He's aboard here with nobody out, and Griffey at the plate. And Griffey is batting .298, 2 homers and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Nuxie. And NIEKRO's up with it. He's going to fire down the second. And that's going to get Rose out. So that's a 1-6 put out. And brings up Davey Concepcion now. And Davey's batting .280 on the year with a homer and 14 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. A 21 and 8. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Barry Bunnell calls for it, makes the catch for out number 2. Now there's 2 outs, and Griffey's down there at first. And Griffey's going to take off and try to steal here. And there's no way he can be thrown out. So that's going to be a stolen base by Griffey. He's in the scoring position here with 2 outs now. And George is up at the plate, batting .311. He's got 13 homers and 48 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Nuxie strikes him out. The Reds strand Griffey at second. We go to the bottom part of the first. Reds nothing. Braves, Royster, Asselton, and Matthews coming up to bat. And Jerry Royster's batting .299 on the year. No homers and 15 RBIs. Tom Hume's making his 10th appearance of the season, 10 starts. He's 4-4 with a 3.98 ERA. Here's the pitch to Royster. And that's going to be against the righty in 8. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Jerry Royster's aboard here with the leadoff single, just like the Reds. See if the Braves can take advantage of this. Runner on first and nobody out. And up to the plate now steps Brian Asselton. Brian's batting .214, a homer and 10 RBIs. And And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they'll get the runner out at second. That'll be a 6-4 put out. And that puts Asselton down at first now with 1 out. For the Sarge, Matthews is up. And Matthews is batting .228 on the year, 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Matthews is out of there on strikes. And Brian Asselton is going to try to steal second here with 2 outs. 53 or lower, he's safe. And he's in there with a stolen base. They're running wild here in Atlanta. Brian down there at second now with 2 outs for Jeff Burris. See if the Braves can cash in like the Reds couldn't. And Burris is batting .297 with 5 homers and 26 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Burris trots on down the first. Sorry, that's not a base on balls. That's 2 balls on him. Sorry about that. He has the Z factor. Old HUME does. So redo that. So now on the 2-0 count. And here it is. I was right. That was a walk. I'm messing this all up. I was looking at the wrong chart, folks. So he walks down the first. Now Pokarova's up with first and second and 2 outs. And that's going to be, now this time it's 2 balls and no strikes on Biff. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Biff. Biff batting .276 with 5 homers and 14 RBIs. Can he drive this 2-0 pitch into the night here? And he does. He squares up this 2-0 pitch. Biff Pokerova tees off, hit that ball out in the right field. And let's see, Burris does not have very good speed with 2 outs. Can he score here, folks? Can he score is the question. It'll be a 51. Hit out the right field. Griffey's got a hell of a gun out there. .21 or lower. Who's up next? Murph's up next. We let Burris at third, second and third. 21. It's a 60% chance of scoring. And we're going to send him. We're going to send him a 21. It's a 43 or lower. And he's out at the plate. So that's going to be an RBI double for Biff. And the runner at first is going to get thrown out at home, folks. The Braves score 1. We go to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Atlanta. Probably shouldn't have sent him, but I figured it's worth the gamble. Worth the gamble there. And now you got Geronimo, Lum, and Kennedy due up here. Geronimo batting .231 with a homer and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Burris and left for out number 1. And Mike Looms up now. Looms batting .250 on the year. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Brian Asselton. A fly ball to left, fly ball to center, and that's 2 quick outs here. Will Kennedy hit one to right field and have all 3 outfielders make a put out? And Junior Kennedy's batting .286. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. And that ball is hit in the right field, but Matthews can't get to it. He takes it on the bounce, fires it in, and Kennedy's got himself a 2-out single. And on 2 outs and a runner at first, and Warner's batting a .163. No homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Nuxie strikes him out for his 2nd strikeout of the game. And the Reds strand another one. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. It's Atlanta 1. The Reds nothing as MV joins us. Check out MV's great channel, folks. He did a soccer game yesterday. Check it out. MV's the soccer man, the cricket master, and of course, he is the man with the Field of Dreams with Red Bolt Nation, folks. It's a nation of one, but they are freaking hardy. The nation of one is. They always got a chance. And we got Murph, Bunnell, and Cheney, and Aaron Reed joins us here. Check out Aaron Reed's channel. He's been doing some Field of Dreams games on his channel also. And Cheney due up here in the bottom of the second. Murph batting .211 with 10 homers and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Kennedy. He's up with it. He fires over the first for out number 1. And Barry Bunnell comes up now. Yeah, the nation of one win streak. You got it, buddy. Yep. Never out of it, are they? Yeah. And Barry Bunnell's up batting .248 with no homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. This one down to Concepcion. He fires across the first to Lum for out number 2. 2 quick outs. Now it's up to Daryl Cheney to get something going here. Batting .295 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tom strikes him out. That's Tom's second strikeout of the game. That ends the second. To the top of the third we go. The bottom part of the order due up here for the Reds. Hume. Then it turns over to Rose and Griffey. You see the Reds' upcoming schedule. They got one more game against Atlanta. And then they go home and take on the Pittsburgh Pirates for a 3-game series. And after that, then they go back on the road to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. Old Tom Hume's batting $182. No homers and 2 RBIs. Now that's a base on ball. Nope, that's going to be a rare play. 43 and a 36. And that's going to be strike 1. Here's a 0-1 pitch to Tom. Can Nuxie get another strikeout here? And no, that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go. And Mr. Charlie Hustle himself, Pete Rose, singled in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss this time. He strikes out old Charlie Hustle for out number 2. Third strikeout for Griff. And now Griffith's up. Griffey is batting 0 for 1. He reached on the fielder's choice and stole second. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Burris. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds to the bottom of the third and the bottom part of the order. Phil NIEKRO followed by Royster and Asselton. Oh, Phil's batting $111, no homers and no RBIs. Can he help his own cause here, folks? Nope. That's going to be a ground ball down to Pete. He fires across the diamond to Loom. And there's one down. Here in the bottom of the third. Gary Royster started this game off with a single. See if he can get on base again. And that's going to be against the righty and 8. That is going to be a single in the left field. Royster's aboard here with a 1-out single. And Brian Asselton's up. And 25. Let's see here, 25. He might go. Not yet. There's only 1 out. He's going to let Asselton try to hit that ball through the hole over there. And a 35. That's going to be a 42. And that's going to be a hit by pitch unless he's an HB0, and he's not. He just got hit by the pitch. Brian Asselton, who's only batting .212, makes it first and second. I definitely don't think Tom was trying to do that on purpose to get to Matthews with runner in scoring position now. First and second. Royster at second, Asselton at first, then the Sarge is up. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the Rose at third. He's out in shallow left field, makes the catch for out number 2. So it's going to be up to Burris here with 2 outs and a runner down at second. Burris walked his first time up. Can Jeff deliver? Double this lead. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Can he take advantage of this 2-0 pitch just like Mr. Pokoroba did? And nope, he gets under this one. A high fly ball in the left field. George has got it. The Braves strand 2 to the top of the 4th we go. Still 1-0 Atlanta. And we got Concepcion, Foster, and Geronimo due up here in the top of the 4th. And Davies 0 for 1. He popped up to 3rd. And that's going to be a +1 of 15. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Matthews gets under it. Makes the catch for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the 4th. And here comes the man leading the National League with 13 homers and 48 RBIs. George Foster struck out his first time up. And that's back-to-back strikeouts for Foster. NIEKRO right now has his number, and that's NIEKRO's 4th strikeout of the game. 2 of them's been George. And that brings up Mr. Geronimo. Flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that's going to be a nice play out there by Matthews. He hustles over, makes a nice dive and catch the Sarge. That's a 1-2-3 inning. Nice play by Sarge. Not known for his defense. When we go to the bottom of the 4th, we got Pokoroba, Murphy, and Bunnell. Biff hit that RBI double his first time up in the 2nd. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Biff down at first for the Murph. Dale Murphy delivery here. He grounded out the 2nd his first time up. And not what the Braves wanted, but that's a tailor-made double play ball down the short. Over to 2nd, over to Lum. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. And gets out of this mess probably with nobody scoring. 2 outs and Barry Bunnell up. Barry grounded out the short his first time up. And that cracks out in the right field. So how big was that double play? Barry's down at first with 2 outs. And I think Barry's going to try to get in the scoring position here. It'll be a 53 or lower. He's going to run on old Warner. And he's in there safely. So Barry with a stolen base here. He's in scoring position now with 2 outs for Cheney. And Cheney struck out his first time up. Let's see if he can drive him in and double his lead. 2-0. And that's going to be against the righty. A 7 and a 9. And that is going to be a base hit in the left field. Let's see. Barry's got good speed, man. Let's see here. I think they're going to take a chance here. That'll be a 3. And that will be a 51. Yeah, and they're not even going to throw home. So that's an RBI single for Cheney. And the stolen base pays off, folks. The stolen base pays off. Fly ball in the left field. And the runner scores. And Cheney doubles your fun, double your pleasure, double the lead with double mint gum. Now you got Cheney down there at first for Phil NIEKRO. Old Nuxie grounded out to 3rd his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. NIEKRO strikes out. But the Braves add another one with the RBI single by Cheney and take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 5th. You got Lum, Kennedy, and Warner due up here. And Mike is 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 14. That's probably going to be a base hit. Yep, that's going to be an infield hit. Lum puts on the Jets. Makes it down the 1st. And the leadoff batter is aboard here for the Reds. Tying run comes to the plate, and Kennedy, he singled back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Now Phil's got himself in a little bit of a jam here in the top of the fifth. First and second and nobody out. And let's see if they can get the ground ball double play here from Warner. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a 17. And that is going to be a base hit to left. And that's going to fill the bases up, folks. Bases loaded. Tom Hume's at the plate here. They're going to play back for the double play. Not much speed at the plate, not much speed at first. See if they can turn two here. They'll give up a run for 2 outs. Tom is 0 for 1. He flew out the right his first time up. And oh, you don't need no stinking DH, folks. Tom Hume. Let's see here. That's going to be a single up the middle in the center field. And just like that, that's probably going to tie this ball game up, folks. Kennedy's got great speed out there. That'll be a 56 minus a 32, a 16. He's going to score with no throw. The question is, Warner, is he going to get down to third? 49. And with 2 outs, probably not. 25. He's going to stay put. That's going to be a 2 RBI single for Tom Hume. And we don't need no stinking DH, they say. And this ball game is tied up, and it's first and second, and still nobody out. And you got Mr. Pete Rose up now. And Rose is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. And here's the pitch to Pete. And that's going to be against the righty, 16. And that's going to be the first out of this inning. That's going to be popped up infield fly rule is called. And that'll be out number 1 as Cheney makes the catch. Now 1 down, still first and second for Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and flew out the left. And that's going to be another base on balls. NIEKRO, that knuckleball ain't hitting the spots this inning. Now base is juiced again for Davey Concepcion. Davey has popped up the third and flew out the right. And this ball game's going to get out of hand because he squares this one up, folks. Oh, Nuxie. Struggling here big time. That is going to be a double in the left field. Let's see if Griffey, with his speed, is going to score from first. As Asselton gets over, picks it up. That's going to be a 42 minus 32 plus 19. And he's going to try to score here and make this a 5-3 ball game. A 29. That'll be a 55 or lower. Griffey scores from first. And he does. That's a 3 RBI double by Davey Concepcion. He clears the bases. And it is 5-0 and running down at second. Nuxie was cruising through 4 and is struggling here in the 5th. They go out and talk to old Phil. That's 5 runs this inning. It was 2-0. It's 5-2. The big red machine showed up. And George is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And that'll get the runner over to third as Murph picks it up, tosses it over to Phil covering. So now there's 2 outs, a runner down at third for Geronimo. And Geronimo is 0 for 2. He's flown out twice to left and right. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Murph. And he'll take it himself. And that'll end the inning. But the Reds score 5. 3 of them on the double by Concepcion, takes a 5-2 lead into the bottom of the 5th. We got the top of the order due up here. You can see the team comparison. The Reds are 21-26. They've scored 198 runs coming into this game, 48 homers, 30 stolen bases have been called 8 times. And Atlanta is 17-26, scored 163 runs, 44 homers, 13 stolen bases, and been caught 9 times. Royster's a perfect 2 for 2, singled in the 1st and 3rd. Can he do it here in the 5th? And nope. That's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Griffey and right for out number 1. And Brian Asselton's up now, and he's 0 for 1. He did reach on a fielder's choice and been hit by a pitch and came around the score back in the 1st. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tom strikes him out for out number 2. Tom's 4th strikeout of the game, and here comes Sarge. Sarge is 0 for 2. He struck out in the 1st, popped up in the 3rd. And that's another strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts, and Tom's starting to wheel and deal after now getting this lead. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 5-2, Cincinnati, Ohio. And you got Lum due up, Kennedy and Warner. And Mike is 1 for 2. Single back in the 5th and came around the score. He started that inning off with the single. And he's going to do her again, I bet. Let's see here. And, yep, that's going to be a single in the left field. And just like that, Loon's on first again. And here comes Kennedy. Kennedy for president here. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the 2nd, walked in the 5th, and came around the score. Ray's looking to turn 2. That's a lazy fly ball out to Asselton for out number 1. And now Don Warner's up. And Warner, he singled back in the 5th and came around the score. Struck out in the 2nd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 1st. And let's see here. That could be a double play ball, and it is. That's going to be the old 3-6-3 double play. Nice job by Murph down there. And that gets the Braves out of the 6th. And the Reds 5, the Braves 2. You got Burris, Murph, Tocoroba, and Murphy due up here. Jeff is 0 for 1. He walked and flown out. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want to see if you're a Reds fan. Walking guys with a 3-run lead. And Biff's up. Let's see if he can deliver again. He has an RBI double, and he walked in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 1st. 34-2. Might be fielding column number 3. 34 and a 2. Yep, that's fielding column number 3. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Biff gets it by Loon. And the Braves are making some noise here, folks. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. And Tom's due up first here in the 7th inning. I'd like to see him get through this inning here with a 3-run lead. Now the Murph's up. 1 swing at a bat, and Murphy can tie this game up. He's grounded out the 2nd, grounded out the short, hit into a 6-4-3 double play as last time out. Not this time, folks. That's going to be it's the 7. That's going to be a single in the center field. And Burris, even with his speed, might be able to score, but Geronimo's got a cannon. He don't got a gun out there. He's got a freaking cannon. With nobody out, he might not chance it. 25. That'll be a 25 or 51 or lower. And he's going to stay put. He is going to stay put. It's going to be bases loaded. They're not trying to get him thrown out at the plate. with nobody out. So Burris puts on the brakes. Base is full of Braves. Nobody out here in the 6th. And Barry Bonnell's up. He has singled in this game back in the 4th. Came around to score and has a stolen base. Can Barry deliver here? Here's the pitch to him. And the defense will play back. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Yeah, 55 and a 2's probably fielding column 3. And it is fly ball out the left field. And that'll be a 42. And again, Burris is going to stay put. So now there's 1 out. Runner still all over the place. Burris at 3rd. Pokeroba at 2nd. Murph at 1st. And Cheney's up. Cheney's 1 for 2. He did a single and drove in a run back in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Cheney. Defense is back. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be another hit by pitch. Hume has hit his 2nd batter, folks. The Braves ain't happy, but it ain't no way in hell he's hitting a batter with the bases loaded. Hume just couldn't find the strike zone. Hits Cheney, and bases are juiced. And we're going to have a pitch hitter here for Nuxie. They're going to go out and talk to Tom. A ground ball double play gets him out of this mess. See who's going to come off the bench. I believe it's going to be the Greyhound himself, Mr. Office. I just dropped the cards here. So the Office is going to come off the bench. See if he can deliver here against Tom. Base is still loaded. It's a 2-run ball game. You got decent speed down there at 2nd. Not great, but decent speed at 2nd. The same at 1st. So we'll have a pitch hitter here for NIEKRO. Yeah, exactly. 1 more hit batter. But like I say, it's no way he's doing that on purpose. No way. Not with the bases juiced. So can Office tie this ball game up here, folks? Office is batting .316 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 13 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 6 and an 8. And that is going to be a base hit in the center field. That'll score Pokeroba. Let's see if Murph's going to be able to score on Geronimo. Can Murph score on Geronimo is the question. That'll be a 51. And it's 1 out. Who's up off the Royster? Royster is 2 for 3 today. 2 for 3 today. Do they want to take a chance here? 25 or lower. That'll be a 51 or lower with 1 out. Royster's having a hell of a ball game, but they're going to send Murph. What the hell? Try to tie this ball game up. And he's out by a country mile, folks. That's going to be a single. Murph's going to be thrown out. Let's see here. If Cheney can make it down the 3rd on the throw. He's going to stay put at 2nd. So that's going to be a single. And Murph gets thrown out at home by Geronimo. So now it's a 5-4 ball game. 1st and 2nd and 2 outs now for Royster. So the gamble didn't play off, but Office drives in 1. Now Royster's at the plate. And Royster's, like I say, 2 for 3, 2 singles and flown out his last time up. Can Jerry deliver here, folks? And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Can Royster take advantage of Hume being wild? And he walks the hard way in Apba. 2 rolls of the dice. And that might be it for Tom. Let's see if they're going to bring in a lefty just to get out of this inning. I think they are. Tom's due to lead off. Let's see here. They might even pitch hit, though, if they bring in the lefty. I think they are going to bring in the lefty, Tomlin. Tomlin's going to come in and pitch. And what might happen is they might get to a righty. Let Office stay in the game. And whoever the pitch hitter is here. Let's see here. Is Gilbert's going to come off? First, let's get the pitcher in here. Let's get Tomlin in, and then we'll decide on the batter. Tomlin's going to come in, and if you're a Reds fan, you're going to hope he pitches the one batter, and that's it. And he'll be pitched hit for. Trying to keep this one-run lead here. So now, like I say, are we going to pitch hit for Asselton is the question. And I think they are. The question is it going to be Gilbert, the righty, or Beal, the switch hitter? And I think it's going to be Gilbert. Let's see. I think that's who it's going to be. Let's see who's having a better year right now. It didn't work. I want to see his stats here, and it's not bringing them up. Oh, come on. I hate this shit. So he's batting .248 on the year. He's batting .248. And Beal, I don't think, is batting near that. Yeah, Beal's batting .344, so we'll go with the switching. We'll go with Beal. Beal's going to come in here and pitch it. Trying to give the Braves the lead, at the very least tied up, but with Office's speed out there, a base hit should score him easy. So it's going to be Bob Beal coming in the game to pitch hit. Like I say, Office most likely is going to stay in the game. Base is full of Braves. Cheney at third, Office at second, Royster at first, Beal at the plate. Beal, like I say, is batting .344 on the year. No homers and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Bob, and that's going to be a base on balls. Tomlin comes in and walks in the tying run. Unfreaking believable. Walks in the tying run, and now you got Mr. Matthews up. Sarge is at the plate. And Sarge is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and popped up the third. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tomlin strikes him out, but the Braves score 3. Tie this ball game up at 5 apiece. Somebody, I believe, just rang the doorbell, folks. I'll be right back here. Give me a minute. All right, sorry about that. So now let's see who's going to come in here and pitch for the Braves. He's going to have a pitch hitter for Tomlin. Then you got the switchy and the lefty out there. So I think Easterly's going to come in to pitch. And he's going to bat in the second spot where Asselton was. So Jamie's going to come in. He's going to bat in the 2 spot. And Office is going to stay in the game and play center field. And a tied ball game here, 5 apiece. See if Jamie can keep it that way. All righty, and now we need a pitch hitter for Tomlin. As he couldn't get the job done, walks in the tying run. And you got the lefty out there. Let's see. And I believe Collins, the switch hitter, is going to come off the bench. Dave Collins going to come off the bench. Pitch hit here for Tomlin. So you got Dave Collins coming up, batting a $150 with no homers and an RBI, going up against Jamie Easterly. This is his 10th game. He started 3. He's got a 1-1 record with a 4.2 ERA. He'll be facing Collins, Rose, and Griffey here in the top of the 7th. See what Dave can do here in a tie ball game, and can Jamie keep it that way. Here's the pitch to Dave Collins, and that's going to be a base on balls. The big old W cost him a base on balls. This game's getting crazy, folks. I don't know if the ump's pinching them or they just don't have control. So Collins is down at first. And do they want to have him take off and try to get in the scoring position? That'd be a 23, 45. Rose is batting from the right side. Let's let Aaron Reed make a decision here. Do you want to send Mr. Collins, try to steal? It would be a 51 or low. 51 or lower, he's safe. So a 52 to 66, he's out of there. See if Mr. Aaron Reed wants to send Dave Collins and get in scoring position for Charlie Hustle. We'll give Aaron a few more minutes here, and then we'll probably send him if he doesn't say anything. Because Mr. Pocoroba is not very good at throwing out base runners. I don't know if Aaron's still here or not. He might have left. So I think we're going to send Mr. Collins down the second. What did I say it was? It'll be a 45. Sorry, a 45 or lower. He's safe at second. We're going to send him a 45 or lower. He's got a stolen base, folks, and he's in there safely with a stolen base. Dave Collins gets in the scoring position with a stolen base. So now you got a runner down at second, nobody out, and Rose at the plate. Pete's 1 for 3. He has singled back in the first, struck out and popped up. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Cheney calls for it out in shallow left field, makes the catch for out number 1. And Ken Griffey's up now with a runner down to second and 1 out. Griffey's 0 for 2. He's walked and reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base. He came around the score back in the 5th when he walked. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Office was just put in the game, and the ball finds him, folks. Finds you right away, doesn't it? 53 and a 3. It's going to be fielding column 1. Office is going to make a nice play out there. Nice catch. Office comes charging in on that bloop. Grabs it on the run. And now there's 2 outs and a runner down to second. Can Jamie get out of this with nobody scoring? And now you got Davey Concepcion. He had a 3 RBI double back in the 5th. Can he drive Collins in? Great speed down there. 2 outs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Murph's up with it. Tosses it over to Jamie covering. And the Braves get out of the leadoff walk. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's still tied up at 5 apiece. Let's see, he's going to come out here and pitch for the Reds. You got Burris, Pocoroba, and Murphy. So you got a righty switch hitter and a righty. Let's see here. There we go. Got the pitcher back. Don't know why we lost that, folks. All righty. Let's see who they're going to bring out here. Who do they want to bring out? That's the question.
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Pedro Bourbon. That's who they're going to bring out. Old Pedro is going to come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a tie ball game. So this is his 28th appearance. He's 2-3 with 2 saves with a 4.02 ERA. Burris is 0 for 2, but he's walked twice. Came around the score back in the 6th. Let's see if he can come through here in a tie ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Jeff. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Griffey for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And up to the plate now is Biff Pocoroba. Can old Biff do the job? Biff is a perfect 2 for 2. He's got an RBI double, singled in the 6th, came around the score, and walked in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the rows. He fires across the mic over at first for out number 2. And that'll bring up the Murph now. And let's see if Murphy can deliver here. He's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 6th. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit in the left center field. Murph's aboard here. So Murph with a single. And now Barry's up. Can Barry deliver with Murph down at first and 2 outs? And let's see. Barry is 1 for 3. He singled, stole a base, and came around to score in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Barry. And that's going to be popped up down the short. Davey makes the catch out in shallow left field. The Braves strand 1 to the top of the 8th. We go in a 5-5 ball game. Here comes the big boys, Foster, Geronimo, and Loom against Jamie. You got 2 lefties due up. They're going to let Jamie out there. Plus, he's due to be. That's right. He's not. Office is coming up. So he's 4th. So if he gets in any kind of trouble, we're going to take Jamie out of this game. So you got George up 0 for 3, struck out twice, then grounded out. And that is a strikeout number 3. George with the hat trick. Struck out for the 3rd time today. That's out number 1. And here's Geronimo. He's flown out to the corners, left and right, and grounded out. And that's going to be probably an infield hit there. 10. No, that's a nice play out there in the center field office with a nice running catch against his counterpart. Shows off the leather and robs a base hit from Geronimo. Now there's 2 down for Loom. He's 2 for 3 today. He singled in the 5th and 6th, came around to score in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cheney. He's up with it. Fires over to first. And that's a 1-2-3 8th. You go to the bottom of the 8th. You got Cheney, Office, and Royster due up here. And Mr. Cheney's 1 for 2. He is struck out. He has singled and been hit by a pitch. And he has driven in 2 runs, 1 on a single and 1 when he got hit. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 2nd. Kennedy gets the catch near the mound for out number 1. And this is Office up for the 2nd time. He had an RBI single when he came in the pitch hit back in the 6th. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Geronimo. He makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th. And we got Jerry Royster up now. And Royster is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and walked. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Pete. And that's a 1-2-3 8th inning for the Braves. We go to the top of the 9th. It's still a 5-5 ball game. And let's see who's due up here. You got Kennedy, Warner, and a pitch hitter. Let's see. I think Campbell's going to come in the pitch to bring in the righty to get through this 9th inning. No pitch hit for him. That only leaves 2 guys out in the bullpen now. That is the problem. Or do we do a double switch here? Take Royster out of the game. Let's see who could come in at 2nd. We could bring Gilbreth in to play 2nd. That's what we're going to do. Gilbert's going to come in and play 2nd. Royster's coming out of the game. And Campbell batting the leadoff spot. Don't want to burn up too many here real quick in the bullpen. So we'll bring in the righty here, face these guys. So that'll be it for Jamie. So Dave Campbell is going to come in. He's going to bat in the 1 spot. And then we'll bring in Rod. He's going to bat in the 9 spot. And he's going to play 2nd base. What do you mean, Gilbert? He can play 2nd base. What's up with that? There we go. Now he clicked on him. Can Ray say he can play second base? That's better. Wait a second here. Let's cancel. What do we got here? Something ain't right. So Jamie's supposed to lead off. That's what I did wrong. Okay. So Campbell's going to come in and bat in the lead off spot. That's what I did wrong. And Rod's going to come in and bat second. That's what I did wrong. I was thinking the pitcher was batting ninth. There we go. That's better. Now we got it straightened out. So the old double switch. And Campbell, ninth appearance, no record with a 9.64 ERA. He'll be going up against Kennedy Warner and a pitch hitter. Kennedy's 1 for 2. He's singled and walked in this game. And he gets a hold of this one. Welcome to Atlanta. He says Campbell. And that ball is hit into right field, splits the defense, rolls to the wall, and Kennedy has got a lead-off double here in the ninth, folks. And Don Warner's up now. Braves cannot afford to give up this run, folks. Warner is 1 for 3. He is struck out, singled, and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this, drives this ball against the righty of 7. That is going to be driven into center field. And Kennedy with great speed. Nobody out though. That'll be a 40. Let's see here. That'll be a 5. Yep. That's going to be a 55. He's probably going to walk in. That'll be a walk-in. There won't be no throw. I can guarantee you that. Not with Kennedy's speed. Yep, he's going to walk in. That's an RBI single. And the Reds take the lead 6-5. And there's still nobody out with Warner down at first. That'll be it for Pedro. Bears warming up. He'll probably come in this game. Who's going to pitch hit is the question. Who's going to pitch hit? And I think it's going to be Dreesen's going to come off the bench. Oh, Dan Dreesen's going to come off the bench here. Try to bust this game open. The Reds are now leading by 1. Dreesen's coming off the bench. And he might even stay in the game and play first. We lost. So you got Dreesen batting .224 on the year, 2 homers and 17 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Campbell walks him. Still nobody out. First and second. And the Braves bullpen letting them down here. Back to the top of the order, and Pete Rose. Rose is 1 for 4. He singled back in the first. And that's going to be a 6. That's going to be a single in the right field. And Warner doesn't have very good speed, but Matthews doesn't have a very good arm. So he's probably going to score here with nobody out. Yep. The question is Dreesen going to make it down to third? That is the question. He's going to make it down to third with no throw. So first and third, nobody out. And it is now a 7-5 ball game. First and third. And Griffey's up now. Still nobody out. The Braves got to bring the infield in. Got to bring the infield in. And Griffey's 0 for 3. He did reach on a fielder's choice and walk. He's flown out the other 2 times up. And that's going to be another base hit. Unstinking believable. Let's check. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yep, that's going to be another base hit. That's going to be a single in the right field. Single in the right field. And with Pete's speed, he's going to make it down the third. And it's still first and third. And still nobody out. Now with a 3-run lead, they're just going to play back. They need an out. They need an out. Davies 1 for 4 with a 3 RBI double as Legend Sports Universe joins us. Check out his great channel, folks. Legends just started a basketball league up. He's got the football. He's on his baseball, and he's developing a boxing game. So check out his great channel. So Davies at the plate. Nobody out. Campbell getting pounded here in the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch to Davies. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Gilbert just comes in the game. That's going to be a single in the right field. 1 runner scores, obviously. The other to third. If a right fielder is a 2 or a 3, runner is out at third. And he's not. And so it's going to be first and third. And still nobody out. And the hit machine just keeps on going, man. Just keeps on going. Now it is a 9-5 ball game. And George is up. He's 0 for 4. He struck out 3 times, got the hat trick. Can Campbell finally get an out here and get the golden sombrero on fall? And no, that's going to be a tailor-made double play ball down the second. Gilbert's up with it. Fires over to Cheney, over to Murph. But another run scores. And finally, somebody's out. And it's 10-5, good buddy. 10-5, bases clear. And Geronimo's up. He's 0 for 4. He has flown out the left and right and center. He's flown out to all 3 outfield positions and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Campbell gives up 5 runs in the 9th. And it's now a 10-5 ball game, which once was 5-5. And Bears not coming out to pitch. Not with a 5-run lead. And Manny's going to come out to pitch instead. They're not going to waste Bear in a 5-run lead. So Manny's coming out of the bullpen. With a 5-run lead. And where's Manny batting at? He's batting in the 9 spot. He'll be facing Gilbreth, Matthews, and Burris, the 2, 3, 4 hitters up. This is Rod's first plate appearance after coming in on the double switch, batting .248, no homers, 13 RBI. And that's going to be against the righty, a 9 and a 9. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Gilbreth for out number 1. And the Sarge is up. Matthews is 0 for 4. He has the hat trick. Can Manny give him the golden sombrero? This is Manny's 12th appearance. He's 0-2 with a 2.61 ERA. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Sarge is going to walk down the first. The Braves need base runners in the worst way. Now you got Burris up here with a runner on first and 1 out. Jeff is 0 for 2. He has walked twice. Came around the score back in the 6th. And that's a swing and a miss. Manny strikes out Jeff for out number 2. The Braves are down to their last out. It's old Biff Pokoroba. He's having a fine game. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI double. And that's going to be against the righty, a 6 and an 8. That's going to be a single in the left field. Obviously, down by these many runs, Matthews is going to stay put at second. Can the Murph make this game interesting here, folks? First and second, 2 outs for the Murph. He is 2 for 4 today. He singled back in the 6th and 7th. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And he's going to fire down the 2nd. Short way. That ends the ball game. And the Reds win 10-5. What a slugfest it was. The bullpen for the Braves let them down. Let's take a look at this box score, folks.
Bourbon.
All righty. You got the Reds 10 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Braves 5 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Rose was 2 for 5. Lum 2 for 4. Kennedy 2 for 3. Warner 2 for 4. Bottom part of the order did the damage, folks. When Foster and Geronimo go 0 for 10, you think you got a shot. Look at that. The Reds were 7 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Only left 4 men on base. Only left 4 men on base. Yeah, this one belongs to the Reds is right, Aaron. Jerry Royster had a good game. He was 2 for 4. And Biff Pocoroba 3 for 4. And the Murph 2 for 5. The Braves are 4 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Not bad. They left 10 men on base out. Tom Hume gets no decision. He didn't pitch well. 5 2/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, walked 4, struck out 5. Tomlin comes in, pitches a third of an inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
Bourbon.
And Bourbon comes in, gets the win. He goes to 3-3, 2 innings, 1 hit. And Manny comes in, pitches 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 2. Oh, Nuxie, not his best game, but he kept him in it. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 4, gets a no decision. Jamie Easterly came in and did a great job. 2 innings, walked 1, struck out 1. And Dave Campbell came in and just blew the place up. He goes to 0-1, 1 inning, 5 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, struck out 1. And let's do the rest of the National League games here on the 30th. First game we got is the Giants against the Astros. You got J.R. Richards on the mound, one of my favorite pitchers.
The Mazda CX-90 comes standard with a turbo inline.
And let's see what happens here in Houston. In Houston, we have a problem. The Giants win 4-3 on 7 hits, 2 runs. Astros 3 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Then you got the Padres traveling up to L.A. to take on the Dodgers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the Padres, 4 runs, 3 hits for the 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Dodgers, 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Then you got the Cubbies taking on the Expos. Rogers going for his 9th win, folks. He leads the National League with 8 wins. He's going for number 9 against the Cubbies here. Can Rick Russell put a stop to that? And they do. Nice job by Russell and the Cubs. What's this? Dave Kingman hit a grand slam. Cubbies 6 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The Expos 1 run, 3 hits and 2 errors. Then you got the Cardinals going up to New York City to take on the Mets. And the Mets win 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Cardinals 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. Then you got the Pirates and the Phillies in the city of brotherly love battling for Pennsylvania. Bragging rights. Old Lefty against Burt Wildlevin. That's a hell of a pitching match up there. Let's see who wins this one. Both of them 4-3 with a 2-something ERA. And Lefty gets the best of it in a pitching duel. That would have been a hell of a game, folks, to see. The Phillies win 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The Pirates 1 run, 4 hits, and 3 errors. Let's see if those errors cost them. Let's see if those errors cost them the game. Hell of a pitching matchup. You figured it would be. Phillies scored in the third. No runs scored after the third inning. By 11, 7 innings, 6 hits. Yep, that error cost them. One of those errors did. 2 runs and only 1 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 6. Let's look here at the scorecard. So the Pirates. Oh, it's a pass ball, it looks like. What? Where was the error at? I sure don't see the error. Yeah, I don't see why it was an unearned run. Got me. All righty. Let's take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard. So now the Expos are a game and a half up on the Pirates. The Phillies and Cubbies are 2.5 games back. Mets are 9 games back, and the poor Cardinals on another losing streak, a 5-game losing streak, are 15 games back. And out west, the Giants are 3.5 games back. Astros 6. San Diego Padres 8. The Reds are now 9 games back, and the poor Braves fall to 12 games back. And Jose Cruz takes over the lead in the batting race over his teammate Cabell. So now Cruz leading with a .359 batting average. And George Foster with his 13 homers and 48 RBIs. Of course, he got the old hat trick in this game. Didn't add the totals to any of them. Struck out 3 times. And Jim Barr with his 1.64 ERA. Steve Rogers went for win number 9. Didn't pick it up, but his 8 wins still leading the National League. And Raleigh Fingers with his 8 saves. George is still leading in the MVP voting, and Rogers still leading in the Cy Young. See what the next pitching matchup is going to be. I think it's going to be one hell of a pitching matchup here in Atlanta. I think it's Seaver against Reuben, but don't hold me to it. Let's check it out here on May 31st. Yep, Tom Seaver against Dick Reuben. That should be one hell of a pitching matchup. Seaver's 2-4 with a 3.39 ERA, and Dick is 5-4 with a 2.06 ERA. Again, check out these guys' great channels. We had Legend Sports Universe in the house, Aaron Reed, and NV The Nation of one. Like I say, all 3 great channels. NV was doing some soccer. Aaron Reed's been doing Field of Dreams, and Legends doing his franchise all-star projects in basketball, football. He's working on season number 4, into baseball and working on boxing. So check out those great channels. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.